James Alabaster Varney was born of the Jackal on April 15th, 1852, somewhere deep in the Carpathian Mountains. He was a genuine rockin' roller right out of the birth canal. He was raised in an orphanage where he masterminded an orphan trade amongst his peers, trading weaker children to hobos for tobacco and heroin until he was 12, when he was adopted by Jackie Gleason and brought to the United States of America. Living in New York City gave him a taste for the fast-paced life of a real rockin' roller. Jim was constantly in trouble with the law, and Gleason would often find young Jim passed out in brothels and opium dens. According to Gleason, young Varney had an insatiable lust for debauchery, and after some time, Gleason stated that he couldn't control the little shit, and the next time Varney went missing, Gleason finally gave up on young James, and instead immersed himself in the greatest role of his life, that of Stanley Kowalski, in a Hollywood production of A Streetcar Named Desire. New York gave way to Shreveport, Louisiana, where Varney changed his name to Jim Varney to blend in with the local population in order to navigate his way into another business venture, organ harvesting. His business boomed for 5 fruitful years, and during that time he brought on a business partner who had become Varney's best friend and brother from another mother, John Ratzenberger. The two tore it up rockin' roller style from coast to coast and border to border. Real fear and loathing. This went on for at least a couple of years. No one involved knows for sure. One thing is certain, vast amounts of drugs were consumed during this time in titanic proportions, and Varney is pretty sure he was involved in a torrid love affair with Tim Conway during this twisted drug frenzy. After the dust settled on this episode of Varney's rockin' roller existence, he refocused on another passion of his, high seas piracy, and he pillaged and plundered for more than a decade with another of his good friends, Mr. Abe Vigoda. It was on a raid of the Japanese coastline that the crew of Varney's vessel, the SS Jimmy Walker, encountered the sea creature Godzilla, and Varney and Vigoda battled it to the death. Varney escaped with his life. Vigoda, the ship and crew, did not. With the loss of his friend and crewmates, Varney decided it was time to once again switch gears, and he returned to the States to give an acting career a shot in Hollywood, California. He enjoyed a very successful career on stage and screen as the lovable Ernest P. Worrell, which garnered him a whopping 15 Oscars, 5 SAG Awards, and an MTV Moon Man. Jim Varney was on top of the world, but his greatest success was still to come. He underwent invasive reconstructive surgery to assume a more ominous and powerful presence, and demanded he be addressed as Varnethius. He then reprimanded governmental authority over all nations of the earth, amassed a world army, and battled the Titans of Jupiter for galactic supremacy. He washed it all down with a massive block party blowout in Times Square, where he sacrificed Ryan Seacrest to his overlord Dick Clark and gave birth to Seth Rogen. And that is why Jim Varney is a real rockin' roller of history.